guys, this is another video that I'm doing. I just got done filming one, makeup one, so I figured why not go ahead and do another video. I had a request to talk about how to clean your brushes. I had a picture, let me adjust this just a little. Just kidding. I had a request via Instagram. I love you guys on Instagram. You're awesome. And I love when you have questions because there's nothing more that I like to do than talk and educate people. Because I appreciate that on the other side as well when there's something that I don't know how to do or just need more information about. So the request today came from an Instagram friend, and it is about cleaning your brushes. So I'm going to go really quickly through the two ways that you can clean brushes. So I'm going to try to back up so you get a better perspective of what I'm doing. The first one is going to be a quick clean. This is what I like to do between faces when I'm doing either like a wedding or a photo shoot or anything like that. I do a quick clean. What it does is it sanitizes the brushes, it gets the color out, cleans them, conditions them, all that good stuff. So I actually, my brush cleaner is actually in a box. Hold on. You can see I have everything propped up here, so let me hold on. This is, I have a box here, everything propped up, and my brush cleaner is one of them, so that's not good. So let me set something else back up here, prop it up and rig it. You do what you can making these videos. There we go. Now you're back where you need to be. Awesome. Okay, so MAC brush cleaner. I don't know how much it is, $11, $12 maybe, $13. It lasts a really long time. So this is the brush cleaner that I use. I just ordered some more of this in a paper towel. So I double up the paper towel, lay it on the back of my hands like that. What you're going to do, I've got a few dirty brushes here because I just did my makeup for another video, so I've got some brushes here that I'm going to clean real quick for you. You're going to just take a little bit of the brush cleaner and swirl it around. Like, this stuff will last you forever. Any brush cleaner that you get, just make sure that it doesn't have like a whole lot of alcohol in it because it's going to dry your brushes out. I worked at the counter, the MAC counter, so of course I'm partial to this, but I know that there are other ones that you can buy elsewhere. So you're just going to use a little bit of it on your paper towel, and here's the secret to cleaning brushes. Okay, so we've got two completely different brush shapes here. See, we've got the 224 and the 239. This is the 239, this is the 224. They're both from MAC. You've got one that's round and fluffy and soft. Then you've got one that is more, you know, it's a denser hair. It's stiffer and it's shorter. That one's actually not dirty. Okay, so you've got this right here. What you're going to do is you're going to move, this is what I always tell people, you're going to clean your brush in the motion almost in which the hair lays. So you're going to go back and forth like this with this brush because it's flat. So you're going to lay it back and forth like that. See all the stuff coming out of it? Yeah, I had yellow eyeshadow on. See? So, and then you can also wiggle it. You can almost do the same motions that you do when you're putting your makeup on, if you're packing it, or if you swipe back and forth, or, you know, lay it down like that, or if you wiggle it. That's how it got in there in the first place. That's how you're going to get it out. So you can wiggle it like this, or you can go back and forth. And you just do that until you feel like it's clean enough for you. So I just wiggle, let's see, wiggle like that, and then go back and forth for something like that. And it's going to be the same for a flat foundation brush, like this, just a bigger motion. And then when you use a brush cleaner like this for a quick clean, it dries super fast, so you can go ahead and use it. That's why it's nice to use when I'm on set doing something. Pencil brush, kind of just do circular motions and it'll clean it out just like that, real quick. I mean, see how it just really quickly, and then look, a beautiful clean white brush again. So that's another quick clean. Now, for these that are like a 224 or like a 217, normally when you're using the color, you're doing it like this, or you're doing it in a circular motion. That's how you're going to clean it. clean the tip of it in a circular motion. Somebody, oh, that's my dog. I thought my boyfriend came here. I don't film when anybody is at home because I feel really dorky if I do. That was my dog. Hi, Jack. Okay, so you're just going to do a circular motion like this, and it's going to get all that color out. See all that color I just got out? And I just kind of lightly, this brush cleaner conditions as well, so I just make sure that I get like the others that, you know, like down here. Not that you have color down here, unless you've really packed your brush, you shouldn't have a lot of eyeshadow down in here, but just because it conditions the hair, I like to go ahead and just kind of touch on that right in there. But then you really just work the tip like that. So that one gets clean, and then this one. So if it's a rounder, fluffier brush, you're going to do it in motions like that, like circular motions, just like with your eye or with your blush. And if it's flatter, you're going to go back and forth like that. So that keeps, what that does is it also helps keep that hair that natural shape. You don't want it to get really frayed. You don't want your flat, you know, bristles to end up, you know, like all funky. So that helps keep them in their shape. And you can just, you know, like if they're still a little damp, you can just shape them back up like that. Okay, so that's a quick clean. You can do that once a week. That's going to help sanitize them. It's going to keep them conditioned. The other way that you can do it is to take, I like to use baby shampoo, and what I do is I'll take I have this old candle jar that I keep some of my brushes in. See, it was a Bath & Body Works candle jar. I'll take all my dirty brushes out, and I'll put a little bit of baby shampoo in the bottom of this, looks funky, in the bottom of this, and then fill it with warm water and let it get kind of soapy. And then you don't need to fill it completely up, just fill it a little bit to here, just a little bit of baby shampoo and a little bit of water. And I'll lay my brushes down in there, and I'll kind of let them soak. Now, don't worry, a lot of people, you might hear conflicting stories on how to wash your brushes. This is going to be a deep clean, okay? They say don't get anything but the bristles wet, don't completely submerge them. No, you're not going to want to submerge your brushes in water up to here. But if you've got, you know, an inch, 2 inches of water here, that's going to be fine. They're not going to be sitting in here overnight. What you don't want to do is take your brushes out of submerged water like this with the baby shampoo and turn them upside down. All that's going to do, this ferrule right here, there's glue and there is hair all in here in this ferrule. All that's going to do is over time, that water and that shampoo is going to sit in the bottom because you can't get that out. It's hard to dry. It's going to sit, and eventually it's going to break down that glue that holds those hairs in there. So you don't want to do that. Always, if they're wet, it's okay. There's enough hair in there that's going to, you know, absorb whatever water is soaking in it. And I've had some of these brushes for 8 or more years, okay? So, and this is how I've done it. And I've never had a problem with any brush. But keep them all down. If they're submerged in water like that for your deep clean, keep them all face down. Don't turn them up. Or yeah, your bristles will eventually fall out because the glue that's holding them broke down over time. So keep them all like that. Keep them all down like this. And then run them under warm water. And just really, oh, they're going to love you. You just massage them. Get all that soap out. And just hold them down the whole time. And run them under that warm water, okay? Just love on them and wash their hair, and then you're going to want to make sure when they're wet, you're going to want to make sure you kind of shape them to the shape that they are. If you need to use, sometimes if it's a really bad brush or it's a foundation or concealer brush or like a lip brush, I'll take a little bit of baby shampoo and put it in the palm of my hand and I'll wash it, and that baby shampoo gets it out and they feel so soft. It's great for the hair. If it's synthetic hair, that's fine. A lot of these are natural hair, 100% natural, virgin hair, handmade. So, you know, baby shampoo is good enough for your baby. It's good enough for your brushes, if you ask me. So you just want to reshape it in whatever shape it is, round, flat, whatever, and say that this is your countertop. Don't lay it like this. What's that going to do when it dries and fluffs back out? It's gonna be flat on one side. Lay it over the counter. Do not lay it, if this is the counter, don't lay it flat like this, because one side will inevitably dry flat. Lay it over the counter. It'll balance itself. Any good brush should be weighted. And it will dry to its appropriate Okay, sorry, my camera went out, it ran out of memory space, so I had to delete one of my old videos. Okay, I'm back. So, where I was, yeah, lay it like this so that it dries naturally back to its natural shape. With a deep clean, it's going to take probably overnight for your brushes to dry. Just make sure that you wring out all the water as best you can. Lay them on their side. I lay mine, if you see the picture on Instagram, and I'll put it below or put it in this video or whatever. You can see that I have mine laying over the edge of the tub because I have so many, it takes up a lot of space. So you can do a deep clean. You can do that. You can't do it really too often. Once a week, once every 2 weeks is probably good. And if you're not using, your brushes a whole lot, then, you could probably get away with a little bit longer. I use a lot of my brushes every day, all the time, day in, day out. So, I try to do it, once a week, once every 2 weeks, and I do that quick wash in between, of course. So, that's how you wash your brushes, the 2 ways. It's pretty easy. If you have any questions, if I've forgotten anything, comment below and I'll answer. You can also go on to any of my my other links. I'll post them, my blog, my Instagram, my Facebook. If you have any questions about the brush cleaning, just comment below, or comment on one of those other websites. So look for one that's really liquidy. If you can even find one like at Target or at Walgreens, that's good. I know there are some recipes out there on how you can make your own. Go for it. I just use the MAC because it's easy, and paper towels. And then, of course, your deep clean, some cheap baby shampoo, Johnson's & Johnson's. It's a couple bucks. It's going to make your brushes feel like silk. They're going to love you. They're going to love you for years. Some of my brushes, I've had this brush right here, my foundation brush. Let me see. Right here, old school, Estee Lauder. I worked for Estee Lauder. I'm not even going to tell you how long ago it was. It was a long time ago. This brush, still kicking it. I've had it for longer than I care to tell you. And a lot of my MAC brushes from when I worked there, I've had them for at least 8 years. So that's that. If you all have any questions, comment below, and I will see you in the next video. Y'all have a beautiful day. Thanks. Bye.